Hey viewers, welcome to another game of the Casual Pro Gamer. This is game number 2 between Stephano and Snute, and this is game number 2 of a best of 5. For those of you who haven't seen game 1, you might want to just plug your ears for a moment, because well, Snute is 1 ahead. He had a pretty easy game in that first one. You can pull them out now. Anyway, yeah, that being said, we are going to see how they do this game, and obviously I am looking forward to this entire best of 5. I don't know how many games there will be, but yeah, well, since I download them one by one and don't really look at which or how many there are available, I don't know. So this may be a 3-0, it may also be a 3-2, who knows, who knows. So a spawning pool coming out for both of them. And we are going to, well, just scout with these overlords. Obviously, they know that they are on the opposite side of the map. And wow, this is a huge construction something with absolutely no purpose. That is excellent. You have to be proud of yourself if you actually make something like this and you know it's absolutely, completely useless. So yeah, it's just there for the fun of it. And of course, it well, the maps have a lot of these yeah, well, these random artifacts on them. Yeah, all these things as well. They're there just to be there, just for the flavor of it. And I really like that because it does add a lot of flavor to the maps and to the game. And we are just going to look here at the hatcheries coming out. Yeah, it's not very spectacular. They are both just gearing up towards that late game. Apparently, both of them thinking that the enemies would go do something crazy in that early game, because both of them went for the spawning pool first, even though this is a huge map. So with this map, you normally, or with a huge map, you normally expect people to go hatchery first, then into spawning pool, because it is just better to have that second base up as soon as possible, because you can start mining from that second base then. In this case, yeah, they both went for that early spawning pool, I guess to make queens, because queens are of course really great to have as early as possible. We are going to get 3 queens here and probably 3 queens, no, only 2 queens here. So yeah, big difference there, because it also depends of course on the amount of queens you have, whether you can get creep spread going. But for now, yeah, only 1 queen for each hatchery, no queen for the creep spread. Whereas here we have 1 queen just for the creep spread, 1 queen that's going to come up for this hatchery, and the other one that is still here for this hatchery. So a little bit of a difference. Of course, the creep tumors and the creep spread is really important to defend your bases. It is not so much important to, well, it's actually very stupid to go across the map with your creep, because, well, the enemies can use the creep to get that speed buff just as well as you can. So in Zerg versus Zerg, creep spread not nearly as important, although it is still important to have that between your bases normally, and maybe between this base and your next, which is probably going to be over here. Although this one might actually be a possibility as well. But that is way further away. Maybe that's a tactical choice. I don't know. I don't know. It seems that really the third base is a really risky thing to take on this map. And therefore, yeah, people don't really like to do that. So we do have 2 evolution chambers up. We have a roach warren up. And on the other side we have baneling nest, roach warren and evolution chamber. So a baneling nest here, not on the other side, and well, a second evolution chamber up here. Is he? No, he's only using 1 of them. This other one is just there for the block, so it blocks part of the entrance. And of course, with 1 queen here, you can actually do this quite well. So you can actually defend this quite well. So the creep tumor might actually spread to the side or something like that. We'll have to see. Obviously, the Zerglings here just anxiously waiting for something to do, but there is an overlord overhead, so yeah, it's not really a big surprise what's going to happen. for our blue player here, because obviously he can see everything that's going on. So the roaches are out, but yeah, he left his entrance here unguarded. And is he going to lose anything here except for, well, a little bit of minerals because he had to take off his army? He's going to get 3 workers killed. And yeah, that was really not worth it. Repositioning that spine crawler, really not worth it in this case. Although, yeah, well, it did create a bit better position, I guess. But he should have just stayed there until his roaches were actually up. If he had these roaches, so the 12 roaches he has now, and just blocked this while moving his spine crawler there, nothing would have happened. And now he lost 3 workers, which is a complete waste. So we do have the queen chasing this overlord here. Not a big problem because the overlord will of course get away. Roaches out now for our red player as well. And we are going to move across the map with the roaches. And are they actually going to do something? Because this hatchery, if it gets discovered, oh, it is discovered. So yeah, he can just move in there and try to kill that. But wow, nice defense going on here. And we will actually have to see if this is good enough. The red player has a better concave going on, which means that he has a better way of sniping the enemy units. And well, yeah, he chases off this enemy attack and really loses a lot of, well, the blue player loses a lot of minerals right there. So yeah, 18 versus 25 units lost. Yeah, of course we can't really see from that graph which units there are. Oh, that's the wrong one. This one. The blue player actually lost about 350 extra minerals. And yeah, that is a significant amount in a well, Zerg versus Zerg. Any mirror matchup is so close that losing 300 minerals can actually be, well, enough to lose. And as you can see, they are microing a little bit, but mostly it is just, yeah, it's just face in and, yeah, well, just going in and killing stuff immediately without any tactical choices whatsoever. It is 4 versus 1 and every time in this defense here. And, well, the rest just, well, move forward, got the drones. And while the red player just completely annihilating the defense here. But is it going to be enough? If new roaches are coming up, then yeah, well, no, the new roaches were coming up from the red player, not from the blue player. So he couldn't make it work. As you can see, blue player making 8 roaches, he's only making 3. So yeah, there's no way he can defend against that. So very nicely played, and I guess the Stephano makes it 1-1 now. So I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you for game number 3 out of best of 5. So we're not done yet. GG.